Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Carrie, Carrie's Real World, and I am today doing another video doing another self-confidence video and speaking about, sounds just waking up before I get. And I wanted to talk about was anxiety, how to deal with anxiety, because with anxiety, when growing up I was born in the late 70s, and being brought up in the 80s and 90s, anxiety, the feelings you get with anxiety never had a name. Back then it was just something that you felt. And I know there's been discussions of whether it should be called, those feelings should be called anxiety or be given a label. But what I am happy about is that people are starting to acknowledge that is something that can really affect people in about their everyday life, which I have experienced. And so I just wanted to talk about and share how I deal with feelings of anxiety, because it's something that I have had to deal with throughout my life. And it's comforting to know now that, because when you do feel feelings of anxiety, sort of dread, sweating, you get those all that butterflies in your stomach, like you've got bellyache, needing the loo all the time, dreading whatever it is that you're anxious about, and it can feel when you're feeling that way that you're the only one. And if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have allowed it to take over my thought process and take over and control what I did, because a lot of the time it did. A lot of the time I wouldn't allow it to. Like for example, when my brother set up for me to train with the film ladies, it was a good opportunity, but because of my lack of self-confidence, I had feelings of dread. I think about all the reasons why I shouldn't go. I was right once I was there, but it was getting myself there. And it was meeting people that I didn't know, worried about people being better than me, thinking that they're going to think that I'm rubbish. And it's just that feeling of, oh God, I don't think I can do it. And that's what I did, and I stopped going. And it was such a shame, because I do think, if I had not allowed it to take over, I don't think I would have ever made a professional footballer, but it would have given me really good opportunities. But because of my lack of self-confidence and the feelings of anxiety, it stopped me from pursuing those opportunities. And when it comes to anxiety, what you need to do is not ignore the feelings, because that doesn't work. It's allowing them to come in, addressing them, and finding out why you feel the way you do. And yourself questions like, what is it that really makes you feel those feelings of dread? Is it from a previous experience? For example, if you're going to a job interview and you've had other interviews that have gone really badly, are they playing on your mind? And what is it about those interviews that really giving you those feelings of worry, not being able to sleep, those things of you're not going to find anything if you are looking for work? And what is it that really makes you feel like you just don't think you can do it? And addressing those feelings and where it's coming from can really help you to answer other questions like, okay, what could I learn from that experience? What was it that I did that could have helped the situation? Remember, in a job interview, you're there to interview them as much as they are to interview you. Find out for yourself if it's the job that you want. Are they a good company? Do they have lots of people leaving, and why? And taking charge a lot more can really help with anxiety, because it's more a sense of, okay, I'm just in a situation, but why am I? What can I do that can help me feel better and can give me that confidence when I go to my next interview? And write it down. Write about the bad interviews that you had. What was it that was bad? Was it the way they asked you the questions? Was it something that you put on your CV? Was it your body language? Sometimes body language can make a huge difference in how people perceive us, and sometimes I notice it myself, and I am trying to work on it, where my shyness can make me look like I'm quite reserved when really I'm not. It's just that I do hold my guard up a lot of the time. It's those feelings of, for every bad thought, you think about something positive. So it could be anything. It could be a photo of your family. It could be an event you went to. It could be, could be someone you would admire on the TV. Just something that triggers a positive thoughts. And yeah, my little boys, he's sitting on in because he woke up. He was snoring his head off when we came back from the shops, and he's time to wake up. And no, stop that. Let's go back in your cot. And thinking about what is it that makes you feel good and happy, compared to the thing that causes anxiety, and what could you do that would help you prepare for the interview. Perhaps it's to do with your preparation, perhaps it's to do with, do you feel that, one interview I had where I really could see that the person who was interviewing me was like, oh God, going to go on? And I remember thinking, oh God, I've rambled on and she thinks I'm boring. And I remember sort of, oh God, and then dreading the next interview. But learning from that, I kind of thought, okay, perhaps it's to do with my tone of my voice, perhaps I need to come across a bit more positive, not ramble on, and get to the point when it comes to answering questions. And practicing with somebody before you have an interview. Practice with your mum, or I know practice with my husband, you probably muck about, but practicing with somebody practicing with somebody beforehand can really help you prepare and help you, conquer those fears and anxiety. Also mindfulness, that's really helped me in dealing with anxiety, because it makes you be aware of the present and get in touch with breathing, looking around you, focusing on something else. The thing is not to ignore the things anxiety, but allowing them to come in, acknowledge them, and if say you've got an interview on say next Tuesday, and you're thinking, oh God, and you know it's coming, address that and acknowledge that it's there, but don't focus on it too much. If it does give you sleepless nights, then ask the questions, but focus on something else that helps with your positive mindset, can really help you prepare for the things that you have. The CD player now, she's got stories. She's got like McQueen's story. Anyway, so if you are, if there's something that's really causing you to stress out, it's the thing of addressing them, not allowing it to override your mind, and doing things to help you acknowledge them, but take control of those feelings. For a long time, I used to use daydreaming when I was a kid to say adult age to take me away from the situation, because I admit I do like to daydream. I've always done it because it just to switch off and make myself to somewhere else. But the only downside of that is that sometimes you can get yourself stuck in a rut, and that's where thinking about it is okay, but then you end up not doing what you want to do because you're too busy daydreaming about it instead of doing something about it. Also, it can sometimes give you false hope. For example, I remember when I really wanted to go down to Butler holiday camp, and I was imagining what it would be like, and I was hoping it would be kind of like a fun atmosphere, which it was, but it also could be hard. And it kind of gave me a false pretense of what it was going to be like, because of course when I went down there, it was totally different to what I imagined it to be, and it was a massive culture shock. So sometimes daydreaming is a good thing, because for example, imagine yourself doing things can really help you get in touch with your self-confidence, but also not overthinking, not over-analysing it. living in the now and focusing on things around you, I find it does work a lot better than daydreaming all the time. Even though I still enjoy it, I still like daydreaming. It's something that I've always done. It's how I get creative. It's how I think about my videos, that I'm going to do. But it's as anything, too much is never a good thing. I'm in touch with them now and addressing issues today, not tomorrow, today. And the other thing that's really helped me is fitness. That's really helped build my self-confidence. That's why I love walking to work, because it just sets me up for that day ahead. And it's nice to get a lift there every now and again, but I do enjoy my walks to work in the morning because it just helps me get started. And like today, I love going out early, walking in the morning rather later in the day, because I find it just gives you that boost of energy and sets you up for the rest of the day. That's why I like to, if I go for a run, I like to go in the morning, because it just sets you up and it just helps trigger that energy that you need. And it's really helped me get in touch with confidence, get in touch with endorphins. And exercise, like I say, doesn't have to be suddenly just eating 500 calories a day and then doing 5-mile runs every day. It's having exercise and fitness working around you, and using it as a way to make you feel better, it's doing it for the right reasons. The person can control their feelings. I have anxieties, fear, is yourself, and if you want to make changes, making little lifestyle changes, making them steps forward to addressing those feelings can really help dealing with feelings of anxiety. And there are some books that have helped me. This book really helped me. It's called Know Your Own Mind. I think I've talked about it before, and it addresses certain issues like social anxiety, depression, dealing with anger, post-traumatic stress disorder, which is something that I know a lot of people can suffer with. And it can be through past tense, like if you've been bullied in the workplace, that I was, and that did put the fear in me. And I think that's one of the reasons why I do hold my guard up now, wherever I work. But I am friendly. I don't not talk to anybody. I do talk to people, but there's a level which I will, share. I won't I'm not over chatty, and I do get on my job. If I get in conversation with somebody, then I will do, but I do kind of hold myself back, and sometimes I know that can come across as being quite reserved, but it's more of protection myself. And that's the other thing, when it comes to anxiety, what you need to understand that we have those feelings because it's our way of protecting ourselves, and so it's okay to feel that way, but it's knowing how to control it so it doesn't control your everyday life, and being practicing mindfulness, exercise and fitness, asking questions about it while you're addressing the issues of why you're feeling the way you do can really help handle the feelings of anxiety, and make you seek those opportunities that you want to do, and not holding yourself back, not allowing those anxiety feelings holding yourself back. So I'm going to end that here. If you've got any questions you'd like to ask me, then please put the comments below. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. But until then, take care, and I'll see you soon. Many thanks. Bye.